Hello and welcome back. We're standing here in the Adeptus Amasecus, which is very funny. It's a very funny name if you are familiar with all the things that Adeptus can be applied to, and also know that Amasec is booze. Now, Octaviana has a very cool character portrait actually. Look at that. Yeah. Look at her fucking iron gob. The burly woman with a wealth of fiery hair is in the process of tinkering with some unknown device that is clinking melodiously. She has a rough-looking implant in place of her lower jaw. I enjoy that they pointed that out. That's the first thing I saw. As you approach, the implant begins to move, as if independently of the rest of her face. Welcome to the Adeptus Amasecus, ma'am. What can Octaviana get you? Amasec? Low? Something more interesting? Amasec is, yep. Octaviana freezes in place. Can't be. Are you? Sister Argenta? The Sister Argenta? The one who was the... The one who has the worst scum on footfall shaking in their boots? The whole station is talking about you. And here you are, in the flesh, in a humble Amasecus. Argenta stops Octaviana's torrent of adoration with a calm gesture. No more. I seek retribution against trust. Fuck, I can't read. God fucking damn it, this game has reading in it a lot. No more. I seek retribution against transgressors, not glory for myself. Despite her words, you catch a glint in Argenta's eyes. You can tell she is enjoying this enraptured attention. What is this place? You're in the oldest watering hole on footfall, ma'am. The Adeptus Amasecus is the only Adeptus one can find on footfall. That is funny. I'm Octaviana. I serve drinks, lend an ear, and if it comes down to it, quiet the rowdy ones. She sizes you up carefully. Folks usually come to the Amasecus for either pleasure or business. Might I ask what brought you here? I was just curious about this place. That's pretty much true. Well, it sure is nice to know that this dive piques the interest of people other than thugs and boozers. Then again, the Amasecus is like a grox. The outside's horrible to look at, but the insides are remarkably useful if you know what you're doing. Oh, have we talked about what a grox is? A grox is... It's like the standard farm animal of the Imperium, though it's quite dangerous. It's like a fucking... turbo rhino on steroids, but it's also one of the best ways to get large quantities of meat, though a lot of people don't get that meat, they get fucking corpse starch. Octaviana leans forward. Sitting in this bar often puts folks in a talkative mood, and I don't see anybody paying me to keep quiet. Visits from eminent individuals like yourself boost the status of my establishment, so I can repay you by sharing what I've overheard. Some of it might help you in your dealings. I'll do one thing at a time. No doubt you picked up a lot of local knowledge working in a place like this. Say, do you know anything about the Anvus gang? She gives you a searching look, then answers in a lower voice. Maybe I do know something. But so let's not chat about it over to the whole bar, alright? I'll be here long after you walk out of this bar. And the Anvus respect no agreements, laws, or other gangs. You look at them the wrong way and you're dead. Anyway, to the point, those Anvus are scum among scum. The most unhinged goons you can find on footfall, and even other unhinged goons want nothing to do with them. They have no hierarchy, no territory, nothing. Are they fucking Chausitekts? Are they fucking... Hands of Havoc or whatever? From Planescape, from Sigil? Only a nameless leader. Oh, fuck. Well, the fucking Chausitekts don't have a leader. Well, most of the Anvus haven't seen once. This leader sends them leaflets with inspiring messages. Followers are recruited by other followers. The leash tried to bring them into line, but it's like this. You clear out one group, and in the meantime 5 more spring up elsewhere. Like I said, no one knows who their leader is or where this leader operates from. But here's what I've noticed. The most recent amber leaflets, the ones so fresh you can smell the ink off them, always show up in the same area on the big slum asteroid. Let me show you here where it is real quick. And she uses a drop of liquor to draw a basic map right on the bar. Huh. Right around here. I'm positive they're printing their little poems somewhere in this area. Odd name. The Adeptus Amasagus. Not very reverent. What makes you say that? Do you know where you're standing? On the deck of the Martyr's Endurance, a sacred vessel that once belonged to the Adeptus Administratum. I am so smart. The bureaucratic organization of the Imperium responsible for levying tithes, distributing resources, and performing countless other administrative functions. And honestly, all in all, the Administratum is not that bad at their job. It's just that the Imperium is so impossibly vast, and that is just impossible to manage effectively. Like, it's a nightmare. There's millions of worlds, some of which have multiple nations on them, all of which have tons of people, some of which are numbering the hundreds of billions. The Imperium is so large that bureaucracy is borderline impossible, which leads to fucking stupid situations in a lot of the fiction where like you can have a world that has been like out of contact with the Imperium for hundreds if not thousands of years, and like don't even know if the Imperium still exists, and then suddenly they become the battleground for, I don't know, fucking Eldar fighting orcs or whatever, and then the fucking Imperium has to react. Like anything can happen really, because the Imperium is so big, and the Administratum really can't do that much, especially the farther you get from Terra. Oh well. 100 years ago, the bureaucrats sent a mission here to establish a department, set up some kind of record keeping, overhaul Footfall, make everything here follow 1 billion laws to the letter. As you can see, it was the Martyr's Endurance and its inhabitants that got overhauled in the end. I don't know what happened to them, but the locals like to come here to make deals and count their money like before in this temple of the Imperium's accountants. Over there you can even see the signs been preserved, partially. I don't know how a place like this could appear. Oh, where do we go? Where do we go? It's a dive like any other, no better or worse than the rest. She shrugs. It's the best Footfall has to offer, especially if you know what you're looking for. And how are things here on Footfall? Haven't been to our fine station for a while, have you, ma'am? As per usual, there's never a dull moment. Either someone's getting shot in the square, or some rich guys going on a safari to hunt commoners in the shadow quarters. Sure, the leash makes sure that the local shenanigans don't get in the way of business on the station, but what happens on the outskirts adds a little spice to our lives. We make do, but the real trouble is, with every passing day it gets harder to find grub. I heard that some horrors are happening in the void outside Furibundus, that not all ships are making it here. The leash's old patrons don't seem to be in a hurry to help. It's taking a toll on Vladimir's authority. And if his authority wobbles too hard, I'll have plenty of people lining up to take his place. Give me the latest. This one might interest you. A tale I heard from a tipsy voidborn from a cargo barge. They exited the warp halfway between Furibundus and the Avioris system and came up on a shuttle wreck adrift. Shuttle was registered to the inevitability of Triumph, a merchant ship that disappeared decades ago. She was bound for Footfall. Her cargo holds brimming with valuable goods. She never made it. If anything at all survived the shipwreck, it could be quite a lucky find. Thank you. That's a new rumor. There's another tidbit for you. Some poor sot was here bawling about how his crew tossed out a whole shipment of cargo with the trash. It was his fault somehow. He hid the fact, and once they docked at Footfall, he immediately went on the run. No surprise there. Had they discovered his blunder, he would have been executed. I don't know what sort of cargo it was, but the ship he served on usually goes between Footfall and the Winterscales realm. She passes the 100 Dreams crossroads and the Landgren's belt. If you happen by that area, you might want to look for whatever that idiot chucked overboard. No cargo. That'll do for now. I don't think I should be drinking. Until next time, ma'am. I don't know if I'm gonna remember that voice the next time. I'm not sure I'm very happy with that voice. Oh well, I'll do what I can. There appears to be some loot left. Other than that, I believe we've seen what there is to see in this place. Suspicious prowler.
Keep your
Maybe
wits
we'll
about
have a
you.
look at those guys real quick later. Ah, look at that.
I always have a backup plan.
Can I talk to you? I ain't dropping no eaves.
Let us not dawdle.
Good to know where the shadier gathering hub is. Good to keep in mind for the future. Now, the Atrium. Actually, there was it the bridge here that the architectural historian or whatever it was said might have some sort of treasure? Let's have a look at our journal, I suppose. Hieronymus. This is about the court team. That's sort of what we're mainly dealing with. Oh, companion quests. That's for... God damn it, what is her fucking name? Argenta, there we go. Oh, I forgot about that. I'm sure they'll still be there. Unified void ship. Here. The destroyed bridge in the Shadow Quarters may contain a cache left by the builders of Footfall. The destroyed bridge. This is an old ship. We're looking for a... Actually, we might have already found it. Is this it? It was supposed to be a bridge from one asteroid to another.
I always keep my options open.
This is new. Huge ones. Yeah. Soaring arches. Well, that suggests at least that this is the older architecture. I'm feeling like it might have been this. I don't remember what we found there. Was it anything important? Can't remember.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
There's a cogitator just hanging out here. I don't like that. I believe that's the sort of gang stuff. The rest of Footfall.
Always have a backup plan.
I don't know, man. I feel like we've inspected what there is to inspect. And the other thing. Old bridge. Former lantern. Atrium. Then it's not the thing we passed before. What is this? Tattered Spirit? Is that not the I think
Money to be made.
let me just go there and check that there's not like anything I should be checking out here. Am I being stupid? Probably. Oh, hello. Unit Opticom, official greetings and invite you to a synchronous communication even. Converge points, Doc Alpha, row topic, discharge of contract, Logistica Theta. I guess it's a good thing we went here. But the strange gang. Shit. Certain that we never received payment. Interesting. Is that... It's gonna be over here. And I'm glad the gang is gunning it. Wait. Oh, that's the tall hunched tech priest stares at you unblinkingly. This was the guy who was supposed to be the contact for the Mechanicus. Breathing mask conceals his gaunt features. The skin on his hands is of a sickly grey hue, while his augments show signs of combat damage and are plated in black chromium, giving him a general air of... What the fuck is that word? I'm a... Lugubriousness? Lugubriousness? Let me fucking... get my phone real quick. Lugubriousness? The quality of excessive mournfulness and uncheerfulness. Lugubriousness. I'm gonna fucking do my best to add that to my vocabulary. Jesus Christ. Lugubriousness. Initiating identification procedure. This unit is defined as Logis Opticon 22 and is a fully authorized representative structural part of the Cognizance fleet and the priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links, trade deals, donations. Initiating official greeting procedure for esteemed, high-value visitors, glory, success to the House von Valancius. A binary area begins to flow from the scratched vox attached to the tech priest chest, requesting information exchange regarding contractual obligation Logistica Theta. Pascal and Opticon 22 exchange glances and a short series of binary signals before bowing their heads in satisfaction. Opticon 22's head bows noticeably lower than Pascal's. Oh. I received an invitation to a meeting. Confirmed. I wish to, discharged, reciprocally validate the mutual contractual obligation designated Logistica Theta. Under the contractual obligation in question, 34.761 Terran cycles ago, the Explorator's Cognizance fleet received from representatives, authorized units of the von Valancius dynasty a volume of high-grade promethium equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Tantalian void tankers. Received it and then didn't pay. Compensate. Remunerate. Settle accounts. Should I go on, or is that enough synonyms? The stipulated payment, reciprocal offering from the Cognizance fleet that can be made to von Valancius assets at the current time, after which the contractual obligation will be fulfilled, archived. Confirm your status regarding the acceptance of the payment, reciprocal offering. You waited 30 years to pay up. Okay, a cycle is a year. Good to know. Execution of payment, reciprocal offering is in accordance with the specifications of the contractual obligation. Allocation of assets from the holdings of the Cognizance fleet was initiated when the tankers reached the main squadron 14.905 Terran cycles after initial transaction. The assets allocation process concluded 2.663 Terran cycles later. Transportation of assets to the Furibundus system took 16.862 Terran cycles. Final delivery of assets to Footfall took 0.331 Terran cycles. Clever. If you had been purchasing fuel for a squadron at the other end of the Imperium, you may never have had to pay at all. We would have turned to dust before you made it here and there and back. So what you are saying that my dynasty has had extensive business dealings with you? This statement is true. The Cognizant fleet concluded 1,292 contractual obligations with the von Valancius dynasty as represented, led, administered by the counterparty identified as Theodora von Valancius. The most substantial was Pact 8 Yule, in accordance with which Archmagos Cubis Delphim, data usher of the sevenfold hallowed workshop of the sacred world of Euphrates II, was transferred to the planet Kiava Gamma to perform the duties of, minister as, his fabricator censor. The services of such highly enlightened, enhanced, authorized servant were recompensed with the offering of, paid for with, a 7-year contract granting the fleet's exploration vessels maintenance privileges at the Kiava Gamma facilities. That is true. In the last couple of decades, Lady Theodora took pains to form a strong relationship with the Cognizance fleet. She turned down a dozen candidates looking for the right tech monitor to watch over Kiava Gamma. And what payment can I expect? Universal Mobile Orbital Deployment Extractions. Astra Arator processing complexes in the quantity stipulated in the contractual obligation. Each unit has undergone a cycle of maintenance liturgies and has been assessed for conformance to the sacred standard template construct. Great creations of the Omnissiah, blessed be his beneficence, which has bestowed upon these complexes industrial might and a full cycle of reproduction and life support. Nah, I want payment. Can't fucking roll over. Okay, can't just work for free, you know? And can't let my people work for free. Gotta get paid. I confirm I am willing to accept the payment. The request is accepted. The sacred machines will be loaded into the hold of your vessel. The contractual obligation Logistica Theta is concluded. The Cognizance fleet thanks House von Valancius for its cooperation. I seek the friendship of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus is interested in, considers expeditious cooperation with rogue traders. Under the terms of the Treaty of Mars, it is willing to provide services to the von Valancius dynasty. The priority of service tasks can be raised if diplomatic links are strengthened. The Cognizance fleet will be glad. Alternative unavailable. To adept 1. Any samples of sacred technology. 2. Samples of profane xenotech. 3. Miscellaneous items. Reminder, storage, study, and or disposal of the aforementioned objects, with the exception of 3 miscellaneous items, is the preferential right of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Explorator fleet will also accept information about planets in the Corona's expanse that have not previously been recorded in the planetary register. Oh, well, why are you interested in xenotech? Isn't that heresy? The Cognizant fleet finds it reasonable to believes that forbidden knowledge in the hands of the laity causes... Laity? I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if I need to fucking play this video game with a thesaurus. Laity. Oh, it's related to layman. I think. Yes. Not qualified in a given profession or does not have specific knowledge of certain subjects. Okay. Lady causes destruction and violations that go against the Omniscience will. Weakness of mind and will unleashes xeno-heresy which consumes the laity whole. An example that demonstrates the outlined pattern: a void station in the system of Langren's belt. According to the data available to the Cognizance fleet, the heretics on the station have trade relations with Xenos for the sake of obtaining dangerous and pernicious technology. The destruction of these heretics is of high priority, but not high enough to demand immediate action. Interesting. So there are tech heretics in Langren's belt who deal with powerful Xenos technology. That is very interesting indeed. I want to make a deal. Ooh. Interesting. I'm definitely gonna want that. A stim. Oh, interesting. Grabbing that for sure. Machine right set. A set of sacred oils. And cogitograms that can appease the keeper of any technology. Provides an additional opportunity to call out a machine spirit and interact with the device. Thank you. Medkit. Getting those. And deflection gloves. Parry melee attacks with a ranged weapon using ballistic skills instead of weapon skills. Huh. Would you look at that? 22, 30, 40. Yeah, I can't really get anything right now. Tempestus Carapace. Damn, look at that. I need to get some profit going though. I wasn't really done with you. Why do you want information about planets? Omnifaceted study of the Corona's expanse is the sacred mission. Why am I doing the clicks? I'm not even sure. I'm gonna stop with the clicks. That's getting a bit tiring to do. Sacred mission, operational objective of the Cognizance fleet. Information about the star, planets and star systems of the Corona's expanse will be compiled, studied and transferred to the holy repositories of Mars upon completion of the Great March of Exploration mission. This process increases the totality of knowledge and decreases the totality of ignorance in the universe. Very well. I have some questions. Information assistance would be provided. I have to ask. Opticon 22. That's a strange name. The designation Opticon is an identifier with an illustrious history, a significant number of archive references, and is used by many explorators in the Cognizance fleet. The extension 22 is a custom edition made by the current unit, designed to highlight the unit's unique personality. Let's see what he says about this. I kind of know. Already know. May the Omnissiah's favor be with my tech comrades. So you are an explorator, then why are you here instead of exploring faraway systems? This unit functioned as a senior planetary scout for the duration of data classified procedural cycles. It was distinguished with 1. 3 promotions by 1 grade, 2. The right to a Tier 2 sacred augmentation, 3. A notation in the fleet-wide archive as a valuable unit. After a reconnaissance mission in the Tinaris system, this unit was promoted to the rank of Logis and transferred to Footfall in order to perform the functions appropriate for its current status. There's something close to wistfulness in Opticon 22's otherwise emotionless voice. My archive contains data on the reconnaissance of the Tinaris system and the associated special circumstances. I express my respect for a veteran and adherent of the fleet. Valid assessment. The Tinaris system was a great test of faith, an assessment of this unit's durability threshold, an act of destructive xenocide. Really? So what happened in the Tinaris system? Data classified. Pascal and Opticon 22 turn to you and snap in unison. Very well. So what are you doing on Footfall? This unit performs 1. Residential representation, 2. Maintenance of the bureaucratic machine for the purpose of ratification of the installation boundaries, 3. Management of the Kappa thread supply line. Kappa thread supply line? Huh, I wonder what that is. 4. Compilation of astrographic reconnaissance data. Abelard lets out a long and heavy sigh. I was once a tech acolyte in Lady Theodora's retinue who knew the unique language of the esteemed tech priests. I only began to realize the true value of his abilities after he'd been devoured by a xenobeast on some nondescript world. What words did we not understand? Pascal, do these words have a translation? A hiss of static resembling a sigh comes out of Pascal's voice. Opticon 22's functions can be conveyed through flesh speak as functioning as the fleet's diplomatic mission, overseeing shipments, ensuring that the laity does not encroach upon the explorator's sphere of interest, and collecting data on star systems. And why are you here and not, say, at the Leash's palace? Prolonged communication with lay people of high social standing causes this unit vexation, desire for forceful cessation of vital function, grief, decline in motivation, righteous fury, willingness to initiate purity protocol. Remaining in an area of repair and maintenance of sacred machines is beneficial to this unit's cognitive functions. He doesn't want to be fucking surrounded by people. The statement is true. The behavioral dynamics typical of lay groups are frequently devoid of logical patterns and are taxing to analyze. They're just describing autism. That's what it's like. Information assistance mode deactivated. I must take my leave. I'm gonna say I know soul, comprehend soul. Oh shit, that was a lot of stuff. Oh, some loot. Can we get it? Oh, is it this fucking thing? I don't think we can get it.
keep my
to the
options
void
open.
ship, do I? Nah. We'll live with Abelard being a little exhausted and make our way to the Liege. Okay. Gonna keep an eye out for that chapel as well. And I shouldn't have made both me. I didn't realize the overlap between grand strategists. I'm also not sure that thing actually works together with the fucking noble shit. I'm not really playing this game very good. I didn't really know enough to make informed choices about my build and such, but you know, it is what it is. Citizen. Let's grab whatever is in here. Oh, fireproof cape. Huh. That's not too bad. Citizen. Good death. Sound of trumpets of glory, introductory rustling rags, thinking coins above. Okay. Blessed children of terror. Okay.
Just as I planned.
His column appeared back here when the station when it was assumed that football would become. Okay. Very well.
Always keep your eye on prize.
Citizens and workers. Where do we? Some goods down here. Instigators. Yeah, I'll pick these up. Same as always. Wonder if they have like a printing press or something.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Is there anything to do down here? I don't think so. Oh, really? Just hanging out over here? Oh, there you go. The buzzing crowd has closed in on several harried-looking individuals. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. The angry cries and twisted faces leave no doubt. A massacre is about to take place. Oh shit. Just cut their throats already! What were they thinking letting that ship dock at footfall? They're all stricken. No cutting, we get their blood on us. We'll be tainted too. Better burn them. Hello? Oh, here comes the guy. Be quiet, you scoundrel. A priest clad in a simple black raiment cuts through the crowd like a void ship crossing the sky. You dare pass judgment on others? What arrogance to think you have the right. Argenta starts at the side of the elderly priest. That's Reverend Hieronymus. I'm surprised he's decided to intervene in a street squabble. Do we see what he's... I'm a busybody. I'm gonna interfere. What's going on here? Several dozen gazes warned you. Who are you supposed to be? A concerned citizen, an armed one. I suggest you think well before giving me lip. The rabble-rousers give you an appraising look. I've got a point there. I wonder if you can back it up. Silence! You must be completely out of your minds. A band of woefully dim-witted reprobates who think themselves bringers of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. Oh, he's not making things better. What's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with their voices. We're not heretics. The haggard man is on the verge of tears. We're refugees, I swear it on the golden throne. We served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. Where were the protectors that were meant to shield the lands of humanity from nightmares? Traitors! Traitors and heretics, a lot of them! A murmur runs through the crowd. The people gawk at you, the priest, the wretched group huddling in the center. How tiring. The motley sea of colors that fills this restless crowd is hard on the eyes. So many hues, but most of them are acid yellow streaks of fear. The red buds swelling, ready to burst and paint all who are gathered here. Cassia looks at the crowd of troublemakers warily, and they shudder at the very sight of her. As for the hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they are shrouded in purplish black grief, but the words are as transparent as the ice that lies on the top of a glacier. But commoners are always deaf to others' suffering, for such is their nature. Interfering in their affairs is hardly worthy of you or me, Jane. Serious accusations. I hope you have proof. Said to the refugee. Uh. 77%. Let's take it. All onlookers are to return to their homes immediately. The refugees can go to Dock Alpha Row. I will speak to you later. Comply or face the consequences. Succeeded. The rabble-rousers look at you morosely. I don't want to get in trouble over this lot. The refugees use the interruption to make off in the direction of Dock Alpha Row. Ooh. So that I would not have saved Scum. I was ready for the consequences, but I'm also very happy that it worked. The arrogance and self-righteousness of a malefactor. The priest shakes his head disapprovingly, then his eyes shift to you. I am Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, head of the Drusian mission here on Footfall. I thank you for stepping in. Please come see me when you have time. We can talk then. Yeah? Hello? Oh, that's just a guard. Hello? Look at that. First of all, just a quick glance here. Lore Imperium.
That's how it's done.
Parsimus Duane, the legendary... Oh, he was a rogue trader. I see. Look at that man. What a glorious man. Look at the candles they put on his fucking shoulder pads. Now what do we have here? Cogitator? Side of this cogitator would be enough to break any tech priest's heart. The machine is leaning slightly to one side, grimy, covered in scroll drawings with frivolous writing scratched here and there on the casing. Several keys are missing and the rest are coated with dust. Pascal's respirator lets out a mournful hiss before he says grimly, "The right of operation has been repeatedly and blasphemously violated, requesting the identification and punishment of the deplorable acolyte entrusted with caring for the spirit of this machine." After a series of creaks and groans, the cogitator's dusty screen lights up. On it are several lines of text, section headings. Praise the Omnissiah, the machine spirit of this cogitator is aggrieved but willing to serve. Accompanied by the crackling of a binaric prayer, Pascal's mechadendrites gently place a couple of keys lying on the floor back into place. Interesting. Select the section titled Welcome. Screen flickers a few times before revealing the words, revealing to the world a text in Low Gothic. The name of the founder of Footfall Station, conqueror of stars, builder of outposts, the noblest rogue trader Parsimus Duane, and on behalf of all his descendants, I welcome you. This cogitator was installed on the order of illustrious Parsimus so that the needy may tap into the flow of his wisdom. Cast your eyes upon the list of sections and choose what you wish to know. Ablord Browfors, Parsimus Duane. I've never heard of such a rogue trader house. Whoever this Parsimus was, he sure thought big. Lord Captain Parsimus Duane, one of the trailblazers of the Coroner's Expanse and the station's founder. How does Abelard not know? I've read about his great deeds. Lord Duane was once a colonel of the Astra Militarum, but by his will later inherited a warrant. He accumulated enough power to gather a small fleet of loyal allies and ventured out to conquer the Corona's expanse. They say Footfall was meant to be his personal palace world, but the construction dragged on for decades, and Lord Posimus eventually died of old age. His enemies instantly tore Footfall to pieces and turned it into the bastion of humanity we know today. One that is full of bandits, privateers, hustlers, and rogue traders. Pleased with herself, Cassian nods slightly to let everyone know that the lecture is over. What Footfall? Footfall has been envisioned by the great Posimus Duane as a palace in the stars, as majestic as the spirit and mind of its creator. As of the year of this cogitator's installation, merely a small fraction of the great Posimus designs has yet been made a reality, but already their audacity and grandeur are staggering. Footfall is to become the gateway to the savage and barely explored Corona's expanse, a foothold for future conquests by the Imperium and the noble Posimus Duane, who acts by the Emperor's will. The cogitator wheezes and blinks, clearly trying to shut down. Emergency repair, thank you. One of the first structures on Footfall was the colossal statue of the Emperor. A whole asteroid was used for the creation of this sculpture, but even its titanic proportions cannot convey the awe that every faithful servant of the Imperium feels before the Master. The statue is the center of Footfall in the same way that the Emperor is at the center and heart of the Imperium. As construction progresses, new, smaller asteroids are being attached to the statue, their surface serving as a foundation for glorious palaces and temples, and their inner tunnels as home for the commoners and rabble. And Posimus Duane's design. Cogitator flickers and grunts before displaying a tapestry of text. The great Posimus Duane intends to conquer the Corona's expanse and build the most grandiose structure which will shine through the ages, praising the names of its creator and his descendants. Footfall, the palace in the stars. The glory of the great Posimus Dees will live on throughout ages, and his grandest designs. The cogitator hisses and grunts as it tries to clean its insides by spewing out dust and detritus through its cracks. Don't know what that is. Cogitator hisses for a while, then the screen flickers once more and shows the word. The great Posimus Duane intends to conquer... Ah, shit. Pascal's voice wheezes mournfully. The spirit of this machine is enraged and will perform its function no more. I will see to it that the profaners responsible for this maintenance are marked for servo penance. Dang. Let's have one lore look at the thing.
I always get the job done.
Mishmash of devices and cables, you know, different eras. Ancient, merely old, and others hastily tossed together in more recent years. Oh, fucking more papers. God damn it, leaflets. Fine. Oh, something up here. Oh, it's the Hieronymus man. I'm gonna steal his stuff. I'm gonna save and quit here. And when we come back next time, we'll be exploring more of this Atrium section. I'm hoping we'll get to the main quest soon. I want to go out and explore more stuff, but I also want to be thorough in this area. Anyways, I will see you next time.